Welcome, in front of me is a REALME C3, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So, starting off, we're going to begin with the probably most common one, which is going to be the dark mode. Now we can quickly access it to the notification panel by finding just a toggle for it, dark mode, and tap on it. It will switch automatically to dark mode, and you can basically flip it on or off depending if you want it in light or dark mode. Now this also extends to default apps, as you can see. Things like dialer right now is in dark mode, messages, browser, or well, looks like browser isn't. Settings probably as well. Yep. So yeah, basically all the default apps will be in dark mode. Also, you can hold it, and this will take you to the settings for the dark mode here. And what you could do is actually set it up as a scheduled thing. So basically, when it's light outside, you can set it to be in the light mode, and then during night it will switch to dark mode, which basically you'll have best of both worlds, I would call it. But you can set it up as however you want exactly. Now moving on to the next option, it's just a simple split screen, which will allow you to use two different apps at the same time. And all you need to do is open up the app that you wish to split screen with. So let's just assume it's going to be YouTube. Once it's open, click on Recent, and then on the app that you want to split screen first, or make it go on the top, you want to do it first. So once you find it, click on the two dots and choose split screen. And there we go. As you can see right now, YouTube is already in split screen. I could open up some other app to then basically have two apps side by side like this, and I can interact with both apps at the same time. Now if I were connected to internet, I could turn on something to play some music or whatever, and then use Chrome to just do whatever else I want while the music would continue to play on YouTube. And also when YouTube is on top and you, for instance, click on home, it will minimize it, but this will not pause your video, so you can continue to listen to music even when you go to home screen. So moving on to the next one, it's going to be the gesture navigation, and this basically removes the buttons from the bottom of the screen and substitutes them for gestures. So let's get started by going into the settings. From here, convenience, tools, and then navigation buttons, where you'll have the swipe gestures from both sides. Once you enable it, it will give you an animation on how to use it. As you can see it right here. Now, just to go briefly over it, as you can see it better than this animation, swipe up to go home, so just simply flick up basically. Swipe up and hold to go to recent, and then swipe from sides to go back. As you can see, from either side will bring up this arrow. This is basically a back gesture, and this gesture will only be accessible when you can actually go back, so from the home screen you cannot bring it, as you can see. But yeah, a fairly nice way of navigating through the device. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be swipe down for notification panel. By default, if you swipe down, it will open up this kind of phone search, so you can search for apps. I personally don't really care for that. I would prefer to have a notification shade rather than the search. So what you can do is go into the settings. Now I'll also mention that you still can get notifications. It just, the way this works is you can swipe from anywhere on the screen. You don't have to reach all the way to the top. So going back to the settings, what you want to do is go into the home screen and wallpaper. Scroll down and you will have the swipe down on home screen, and as you can see it's by default search, but you can set it to be notification drawer. Apparently that's how it's called here. But once we pull it down now, as you can see, it brings down the notifications. So nice. Now moving on to the last option that I wanted to share, it's going to be the status bar icons. Now this will allow you to clear out the status bar of icons that you might not really care about. So if, for instance, you have Bluetooth always on or NFC, stuff like that, you might not personally want to have them always showing up here. And if you're one of those people, then all you need to do is go into these settings. From here, notifications and status bar, status icons, And as you can see, we have a bunch of icons right here that we can disable. So Wi-Fi, VPN, vibrate silent, Bluetooth, airplane mode, alarm. What else is there as a good option to disable? So that's probably what I would go with personally. Now, as you can see, there's a little setting icon right here. This will go away once I actually apparently connect to Wi-Fi and finish up the setup of the device. So in normal circumstances, the only thing I should see is the fact that right now I don't have a SIM card in my device, and a battery and time. So as a normal device, a normal phone in everybody's use, you should only see just the time and battery for the most part if you go with this kind of setup right here, which will make it look super clean. Now you could also remove the battery if you just don't want it, which is also a viable thing. But personally, I prefer to see the battery. Now that being said, this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.